Shalom, Shalom. This Yair from GMS branch in Savannah, Georgia. Come with another lesson. But first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim, Kakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, which rule well and teach well, and to the Archium, uh, pushing this 100% doctrine out of the Bible, four corners of the earth, as well as the affiliates of Great Millstone, which we risking our freedom, our lives doing this, putting in this work, man, to to warn the hopeful elect, man. You know, the elect of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and speckled birds scattered amongst the heathens that look like the heathen. That also are called Israelite foreigners through the pedigree of their father. You know, but this right here is we got to go in on this guy right here because he's a straight coon. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? A bootlicker, Sambo. You know, and that's going to be Jason. Whitlock. He had the tenacity to say sinners. The movie make white people look like the devil. You know, well, like I say, the movie was they vampires in it, but hey, you know who the white people are, man. It's crazy. This guy right here is a silly cat, man. He got a whack podcast. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't make any sense. He love his oppressors. You know what I'm saying? And he just say some of the most stupid stuff out of his mouth. You can go and look at his stuff on other platforms and stuff like that. But like I say, this brother right here was going in on him. He is a coon. You know what I'm saying? He's a sad boy. He don't make no sense. And like I say, a lot of times Jason Whitlock and a lot of these guys in these podcasts say nothing but clickbait. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is, man. They can't be serious. But knowing Jason, he probably is, man. You know why? Cause we're gonna start right here, Jeremiah 4:22. For my people foolish, they have not known me. They are Sodom's children. They have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. And yeah, he has no knowledge. You know who he think run the world. Who had to perpetuate. Sleazy E. Right here, Job 9:24. It say the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the face of the just. Therefore, if not, where and who is he? That's the so-called, Edomites, Sleazy E. You know what I'm saying? Esau. Those are the ones that covered the faces of the judges. You know, they are considered the devil. You know what I'm saying? That's who the devil is, deceiver. You see what they did? They are the deceiver. It's crazy. And like with this guy, Exodus 23:2, thou shalt not follow the multitude to do either, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many rush to judgment. Yeah, man. Following the multitude, man, to do evil, man. Don't even have any common sense, man, here in Babylon, man, of what's going on. You know. Who the oppressors are. It's just stupid, man. Just real stupid. And then, you go right here to Ezekiel 35:5, it say, because they have had perpetual hatred and they have shed the blood of the children of Israel, they are forced of destroyed in time of their calamity and the time that their iniquity had ended, man. That's perpetual hatred, man. That's sleazy E, man. You know, but he say they're not the devil. You know, he's saying the movie portrayed him as a devil. They are the devil. You don't need a movie to portray who the devil is. You know, this guy's silly, man. Sottish. You know what I'm saying? He's a very sottish guy, man. You know? And like I say, he's crazy. Ephesians 5:15, you know, see that you that see that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, and redeeming the time because the days are evil, man. You know, you got the wicked uh, ruling the earth, man. And this guy saying something is portraying the so-called white man as the devil. And the white man is the devil. You know, you don't have to portray anything, man. You know, he the one out here oppressing everything. You know, it's crazy. You know, but like I say, Jason Whitlock do not have the covering of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Once hell break loose out here in Babylon, man, these race wars, civil war, gender wars, and everything break out. We gonna see how everything gonna work out for him, man. You know, cause he's not being smart and redeeming the time that we in right now. You know, so he's the type of person, man, that, you know what I'm saying, he's not knowledgeable of things that's going on in the world. You know, he's a prideful guy. He's getting a little check from Sleazy, and so, you know what I'm saying, he's happy. He's happy here in Babylon. You know, he don't want this place to anything to happen to it. You know, he love it on this side. He getting this little bit of consolation on this side, man. So he don't see the so-called white man as the devil. You know what I'm saying? They cut him a check. You know, they patting him on his back, patting him on his head. You know, data boy, and that's what he like. You know, so I'm not surprised that this guy would say something like this. You know what I'm saying? Because he always says stupid things out of his mouth, man. But you want to get a good laugh, you know, go to his podcast and check him out, man. He's ridiculous. You know, he's really ridiculous. But then I would tell you not to, because he don't make no sense, man. You know, he is he's lost in the sauce, as they say, man. Lost in the sauce. He don't know who his enemy is. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't know who his enemy is. You know, like Ecclesiastes 12:10. Never trust thy enemy, for like iron rusted, so is his wickedness. So, you know what I'm saying? He gonna mess around and find out, man. Because he say some of the stupidest stuff out of his mouth, man. But he's not walking circumspectly out here in Babylon. And eventually, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna nip him. It's gonna nip him in the butt later on. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not being smart out here, man. But I hope this was edifying to the sheep and the lamb. You know, Kwan Yasharala. Hey, see you at the next, you know, at the next lesson. You know, hey, repent. Hey, come back to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. That's a straight narrow path that you need to go through, man. You know, don't go to the wide gate with the rest of these 2/3, man. You know, because they have no covering, man. Hey, we the prophets of doom, man. Hey, everything is speeding up. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, things are speeding up. On to the next lesson. Shalom.